G'day and hi, hello, we are back with more Tavern talk. If you've been keeping up with this story, there has been some juicy tea, if tea can be juicy like a nectarine. There's something going on with our lovely tavern owner, something suspicious. The heavens are falling from the sky. I don't know what's going on, but I'm intrigued. So let's do this. Let's go. We're up to the final act of Act 2. That day, look at our little bar lamp. You have to click on things. Oh. Ah! Good morning. Good morning, Melly. Good morning, Blaze. I don't like their name. I was so happy for it to be Saphira. I love that, but it's okay. I will move on. What have you been both... Not a great start. What have you both been up to today? Oh, you know, dilly-dallying and such. I was not dilly-dallying. It was. It goes well with the brooding. Sounds like a wonderful morning. Can I offer you both something to drink in these early hours? Yes, please. Can you make me something smart and sparkly? Can do. Smart and sparkly. We can do some smarts. Nebula. So we'll just pour some bar at the 3 line. Perfect. And then some charisma. One more. Perfect. Yay. Let's go. Sparkly. A fresh brew of smart sparkles. Thank you. This is just the right amount of sparkle. Happy to hear that. Blaze, what can I get you? Nothing. All right. So, has the cake found its way back home yet? Yes. The vampire was thankful, if melancholic. It seems to have woken memories of old woe. He seemed pretty excited to me. He should be. It fits him well. Almost like it was made for him. It was very interesting seeing a vampire in person. His fangs were shorter than I thought they would be. I spent them to the side of a colossal saber-toothed tiger's fangs, but they were much tinier. A common misconception, really? Why don't? Where did you find it? At the local Gaia temple. It got split in the middle by a falling star. That sounds morbidly interesting. It was. I overheard some priests say they're thinking about rebuilding the temple around it because it looks kind of cool. And people like distinct temples. They do. The vampire was traveling with a very nice dwarf and a holy woman of Cassiopeia. They were asking around to see if the priests knew anything about the star rain. Did they? No. I could have told them that 2 days ago. But while we were sneaking around and listening in, we overheard the strangest conversation. Turns out, Elethea, that's the cleric's name, found out that one of the priests was actually wobbling ooze in disguise. What? Scandalous. I know, right? But in the end, it was okay. The others forgave him, and he promised to try and become a real priest. Apparently, he really loves the humidity in the temple. They all hugged and everything. It was very sweet. I was really happy we could see that from the shadows. We? Me and my mysterious and quiet Blaze. He's my new associate. I am no such thing. It's great to see you two working together so closely. You make a great duo. We are not a duo. Thank you. How did you find the right moment to give Kyle his cape between all those heightened emotions? We didn't. She got caught. I thought one of the pillars would be big enough to hide behind, but it wasn't. It wasn't a pillar. It was a tall vase. I felt very well hidden when Alethea suddenly asked me if I wanted to stop hiding now. She was paying a lot of attention. I think she knows me from the very beginning. She's so cool and smart. Did you ask her about her investigation? I did, but she said it was too early to share any insight. Even when I kept asking, she wouldn't budge. So I asked Master Smith Proscript to tell me more about the temple's architecture instead. Did you know that its altar was built from a 1,000-year-old oak? I didn't. That's fascinating. It is. She also told me I have to work on my stealth, that being small isn't going to be enough. I think she knows from experience. Better not tell her that. Better not. Are you going to work on it? Yes. Blaze is going to show me the ropes. Is he now? Blaze? Have to. She'll kind of get herself killed otherwise. That's a very dramatic way at looking at things, but also very nice of you. So, would you say your investigation was a success? Kind of. We got to see how clueless the other investigators are in the return cape to Mr. Vampire. But we didn't find out anything new about the stars. And I didn't even get to see any monsters. I was hoping maybe some would have fallen from the astral sea and I could have studied them. A dangerous, if very exciting dream. Mostly a foolish one. You think so? Have you met monsters before? What kinds? Do you have favorites? What were the first ones you ever meet? Did they try to eat you or be your friend? I feel like Melly would be good friends with, what's her name? The forest chick. I want to say Sable. That's not right. What's her name? Fable. Why was I saying Sable? Haha, close. Of course, I've encountered monsters before. They've been part of my life for many years. The shadows are full of them. Really? That's scary. Oh, it's so cute. Of course it is. So the first monster you ever saw was shadow monsters? No, they were much worse than that. What was it? Can I have a drink after all? The words aren't flowing easily. Of course, same as last time? Yes. Let's see if I can find something sweetly charismatic. Okay. Is it spoken hot? Yes. So, one blob of defense, one blob of offense or strength, and the rest, charisma. Perfect. Bam. Oh, pretties. A drink just for you. Thanks. How is it? Fine. That means it's perfect. So, where was I? Ah, right, shadow monsters. Back when I was younger, I had just joined the Shadowbanes. I was eager to prove myself. It's said that our great riches far in the depths of the Gravelmark and dangerous mountains in East Persona? Hidden treasure troves full of precious gems, gold, and I owed some debt. Hoping to find some jewels, I made my way there, to the darkest of its crevices. Crevasses? Crevices? Crevasses? I don't know. Meh. Guarding its depths were creatures no one would ever choose to face. Bleak stalkers straight from the Twilight Chasm. Hideous creatures that have every right to be associated with the Nightmare Realm. They typically feed on rocks and gemstones, but they seem to think bones have the same general consistency. I wasn't able to harm them with my mortal weapon, so I distract them with some of the gems I had managed to pocket earlier. It was a close call. I'll never forget their twisted antlers and beak-like snouts. They sound kind of cute. They were not cute. If you say so, maybe one day I'll encounter some. Pray you never will. Ooh. No thanks. Ooh. Oh, afternoon. Master? Hey, Lynn! Give me a drink, will ya? Coming right up, Lynn. Any preferences? The usual. Something strong and powerful? Exactly. Oh, cute. What is it? Summon Brawler. And a touch of defense. Nice. Cuties. Look at all of them. They're so cute. Ta-da! A drink. You have a messed up definition of strong. Strength lies in the beholder. Yeah, and yours needs a prescription. Say, Inkeep, you got room in your neat little book full of recipes for one more drink? Sure, got one for me? You bet. It's what my baba used to drink back in the day. My adventure remind me of it. Sailor's courage. Ooh, thank you, Lynn. So, since you're here in my tavern unharmed and somewhat good spirits, I'm guessing you survived your encounter with the Wyvern Chimera. I did, obviously. Congratulations! You encountered a chimera? Sure did. Lived to tell that tale too. You or the chimera? Both. Cool. Are you a beast slayer? I am, though. This time no beast was slain. I'm Carlin. You? Melly, the greatest detective in the whole wide world. And this is my assistant. Your assistant got a name? Malachite. Malachite. I see. So, Melly, you're interested in chimeras? I'm interested in everything, chimeras especially. If you like, I'll tell you that sneaky innkeep and your punk in crime over there, how I outsmarted one. Yes, please. I would love that. Malachite. Well, all right. Strap in tight then. Our friendly innkeep here sent me on a quest to collect some saliva from the Wyvern Chimera in the Quag Mangrove. The key ingredient for vampire sunscreen. That makes sense. The issue is the marshlands, the Chimera's home turf. There's no way I could outfight it in its own domain. So I went the route of trickery. My baba always said all the chimeras she encountered enjoyed some good substitute. Some good substitute. It ain't really the brainy type, but I thought even if I failed, it might be entertained enough to help me anyhow. Needed to pick a clever approach, of course, so I did the only reasonable thing to do in this situation. I talked to a mouse. A mouse? A mouse. Found one local to the marshland, offered him a bunch of cheese if he agreed to help me out. Was pretty easy to convince. Why a mouse? Everyone knows chimeras are afraid of mice, dummy. Exactly. I thought if it was scared, it might use its 3 brains less. So I dressed up in the mouse, in the best wizard regalia I could find, and made myself invisible. You can do that? Not usually, but the innkeep drink come with great perks. They do indeed, though I do not recall granting you invisibility. Yeah, invisibility might be too strong a word, but with its wits I got from your drink, I remembered something. Chimeras have a hard time discerning between different shades of green. Ooh, I think I know where this is going. Got quite the hand in camouflage, so I figured I'd put it to good use. Gathered some underbrush, sticks and leaves, and made some glue from the tree resin. And spit. Spit? Everything holds together better with spit. Let me jot that down. Sure thing, kiddo, so I put it all together to a cloak of camouflage, with some mud on my face and ready to go. So dressed up, camouflaged the mouse, and I, unseen, approached the chimera. It was resting near a muddy stream, and 2 of its heads were in deep discussion about the sanctity of a canon complacent. What kind of heads did I have beside the dragon one, obviously? Classic lion and snake head combo. Of course, all of them heard us approaching. First they seemed curious, but all 3 of them froze when they saw the mouse. Little thing looked mighty tall with its improvised wizard hat. Stayed right behind him, making his footsteps sound heavy. My camouflage seemed to work. The different shades of green and brown made me blend into the marshy landscape. From close up, I could see the chimera, trying to hide its fear as the mouse drew nearer. So I started the show. The mouse or me, same thing at that point, loudly announced he was a great wizard, and he came to collect spellcasting ingredients for his plane-switching spell. Prepared to fight, but willing to bargain if the chimera valued its life. To underline its great power and everything, I even made him float on my invisible hand. Lucky for me, the chimera was more than ready to take up the offer, although it did briefly argue with itself on whether fleeing was the better option. The snake wanted to fight, but only until the mouse growled, or I growled. One and the same, really. So the great mouse maid started his conditions in no uncertain terms. 1 bucket of saliva in return, he would leave the chimera in peace forever. Helped a lot that he could summon the bucket out of thin air. Briefly lost my sanity when there was more in creature arguing, but finally the chimera agreed. Filled the bucket with plenty of saliva within a disturbing quick time frame, happily to avoid any monumental violence. The mouse wizard and his bucket of valuable chimera saliva floated away, promising that he would keep his honorable word. Wow, what an incredible ruse! I guess I got some of my Baba's brain and charm after all. More than that, it seems. Let's not get too carried away. Once we're out of sight, I had to keep up my own end of the deal, of course. After getting up the camouflage, I thanked the mouse, gave him the enormous amount of cheese I had promised him. Wouldn't that much cheese be way too heavy for a single mouse to carry? Got there. Turns out the Mizzard? Mouse and wizard, guys, Mizzard, was actually a wizard after all. Had some sort of dimensional pocket he could store it all in. Disappeared with the cheese and just left its ridiculous hat with me. Bid me be farewell. Could ask him why he hadn't said something sooner, but the whole wizard thing, you know. Ah, typical mouse with wizard hat, I see. Prefer the detectives, personally. Me too. Afterwards, I thought I was in the clear, when suddenly I felt something breathing heavy right behind me. When I turned around, I was looking right into the scaly eyes of a wyvern chimera. Apparently, I wanted to know where the wizard would take his leave so that could move to more secure spot. I thought I was about to be smoked, but apparently Baba was right. They do like a good ruse. So it wasn't mad? No, it was amused, impressed even. I returned for making its week. It let me live and left me with some strange word. Strange words. Stranger than a talking dragon head. I mean, that's kind of what dragon heads do, right? Not sure. Maybe they do typically speak in prophecies. Prophecies? That's what it said it was giving me. It said, hope will fall and hope will rise. A hero will tether its final trend, bearing the past and keeping the dead. Sound like a bunch of to me. How blasphemous. Didn't say it wasn't real, but why they gotta make things so cryptic? Ain't no one time to interpret this kind of stuff. That's the thing with prophecies, no need to interpret them. You'll realize exactly what they mean soon enough. What hero do you think it was talking about? No clue. I bet it's you. I ain't no hero. I think you might be, Lynn. You know what would be very heroic of you? What? If you brought that saliva to Kyle the vampire, I'm sure this happiness about finally being able to walk in the sun again will be extraordinary. Too lazy to go yourself? My domain is merely my tavern. You're much more likely to run into him. Fine, might as well. Guess I owe that leech a thanks for providing me this strange adventure. Did you have fun? It was. Fun? Yes, I'll admit it was fun. I wish I could tell my Baba all about it. But you make a good stand in keep. Thank you. Now, any of you happen to know where I can find this vampire? Last I saw him at the Gaia Temple, the priest might know where he went. I know where he wanted to go. I overheard him talking about it. Care to share? I want to trade it, the information I mean. For what? Can you teach me how to use a great sword? That's it. Sure thing. Right now? Is right now okay? I've got the time. Might take you more than one lesson, though. That's okay. I've also got time. It's a deal, then. I will show you the basics and you tell me where to find the vampire. Yippee! That's it. If your assistant is all right with that. I don't care. Not my circus, not my monkey. Hey, kiddo, let's go in-keep. Can we use your front yard? Of course, go wild. Will do. Are you coming too, Mal? No, I'll stay here and have another drink. Okay, you can join us later. Can't wait to learn how to fight. It'll be so helpful for future adventures. Inkeep, do you have any quests I could go on after this to practice my sword and stealth skills? Not yet, but I'm sure something will come in. Be patient. I'll promise I'll have a quest for you soon. I can't wait. I'm going to destroy any challenge with wits, stealthiness, and a giant sword. Ha! I know you will. But first, I gotta practice. See you later. I like her ambition. I like her naivety. Some would call it optimism. Waste of time, delusions, get you nowhere. You would know. Another drink, please. Same as before, sweet and all. Coming right up. There you go, love. Some sweet optimism for the most pessimistic customer. This is sweet enough to make me optimistic for the future drinks. Wow, I'm proud of myself here. You should be. So, Malachite, just leave me to my pondering. Got it. Did you just, eat the drink? Hey, Fable. Hiya, Inkeep. It's Fable! Hiya, Fable. I'm so happy to see the tavern looking healthy again. And you too. I'm sorry it took me so long to check in. That's all right. I hope the last 2 days weren't too hard on you. No, not at all. I was just very busy. A bunch of the Ashen Grove trees got knocked over and I spent a lot of time rescuing and leading group therapy sessions with the local wildlife. I just picture a ring of just raccoons, skunks and squirrels all holding hands. And of course I had to check on all the nearby settlements too, see if they needed help with any damage after all that. Did Uncle Dragon make it? Yes! The werewolf settlement took a bit of a hit, but everyone made it out okay. Mr. Dragon was making emergency soup when I arrived. I think he's a stress cooker. It's very nice of you to check in with everyone. I had to make sure everyone was okay. I used up a lot of my healing salves, but that's what they're there for. I'm not happy I have to use them, but I'm glad I was prepared. May I request something? Go ahead. Do you maybe have a drink in your repertoire that could assist someone in a situation like mine? Your drinks are powerful. I like something that would make me tougher while also replenishing my social energy. I think I'm all done with helping out now, but a drink like that would be a real game changer. Oh, excuse me. Game changer, I'm a little bit drunk. In case something like this happens again. I don't think I have a recipe for that yet. But don't worry, I've already got an idea. But even without such a drink, I'm sure people will be very thankful for your present. Well, they weren't mad about it at least. Although, I sort of feel like people aren't really as concerned as I thought they'd be. When I saw the stars fell, I thought for sure the world was going to end. Yes, I recall. You're right that it wouldn't, of course. But I thought that people would be a little more freaked out by the lack of night sky. Oh, we got the twin moons. Were they always there? But everyone just seemed to be okay with it. Oh, what is that? Oh, we got... Man, we still don't have any good rumours. Boo. Letter there. I asked one of my sisters about it and she said, who cares? Some wide-eyed adventure will surely put them back at some point. Let's not worry about replanting these tomatoes. I don't even know if you could put them back. You can never put back what's lost, but you can always replace it with something new. I'm not sure you can replace the stars, or if you should approach loss that way. It's all a matter of perspective. I wouldn't mind a bunch of trees up in the night sky for a change. Right, but it still would be much nicer if some things would stay the same. They never do. I'm just happy everyone is okay. Did you check on Lynn yet? She should be hacking... Oh, I was like, what is she hacking? That's right, she was outside, hacking my terrace to pieces outside. I did, outside. On your definitely not hacked up terrace. Just out of curiosity, do you own any wood glue? It was nice to see that she's okay too. I was a little worried she would leave and never talk to me again. So it was nice watching her train Melly with so much enthusiasm. To catch up a bit that too. She tried to rope me into greatsword training. Did you accept? I'm not really a sword kind of elf, but it was fun to watch her teach Melly. She's very sweet. Indeed. And I was just relieved to see Carlin doing all right. She was relieved about Mr. Dargon. And about you, I'm sure. Maybe. To celebrate our well-being despite the absurdity of this world, how about a drink? I would love a drink. Can I have something agile and swift? I still have to make my way back home later. Could use some speed for that. I'm sure I'll find the right thing. Okay, which is... Ooh. Perfect. Swift strike. Bam. Yate. Swiftly and quickly, your favorite drink. Thank you. Your drinks are still the highlight of my day. She makes the best drinks, right? They're okay. Really? Do you actually think that? Or is this a thing where you just don't want to be nice? People seem to do that a lot for some reason. They taste good as things can taste. When you're, me. Well said, thank you. By the way, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Fable. I'm an elf and a ranger, and I come here a lot. They are also incredibly courageous and a capable hero. That's not true, not yet. I'm working on it, being a hero, I mean. Why? Because I dream of adventure and all the wonderful, exciting things it can bring. And I want to help people. Why? Why not? I'm Malachite. Oh, you're Mel? Malachite, obviously. Melly just talked about a Mel. She said they, or I, guess you are very cool. And her new friend. You sound very happy about it. We're not friends. You won't leave me alone. Oh, okay. Then why do you spend time with her if you don't like her? That sounds really mean. She keeps following me. And you take her along? Not by choice. I don't know you well enough to judge the truth behind all this. But I think you should be honest with her and with yourself. Honestly goes a long way. I also believe that being a Zophid could fix with honesty as well. You mean the missing familiar? I heard several familiars are missing, actually. And I believe with so many mages and familiars present, someone is bound to know something. But maybe they're just scared to face possible consequences for their honesty. Ooh. Sounds like Zophid is going through an eventful time. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep an eye or two out for future developments. Zophid isn't very far from here, is it? Not too far. It's in eastern Fusonia, and it's, to my knowledge, the biggest harbour town the Republic has to offer. I can only recommend its mini summer festivals. Very pretty fireworks. Why? Does it sound like something you're up your alley? No, not mine, but Melina is seeking her first quest. Maybe this could be something for her. She needs to practice her skills outside of risk-free theory. Good idea, I'll see if I can reserve it for her. Sorry for asking, but first quest? I thought Melly's just turned 10, isn't that a bit young for quests? No, I was a similar age when I ventured on my first quest. The one with the horrifying nightmare creatures? Yes. Oh, sad. No, that's cool. No, I think it's a little sad. Children shouldn't have to face such danger that early. Why not? It's always there, might as well confront them with it when they're young so they can accept its existence in lives. That's an insane thing to say. Just because the world can be horrible doesn't mean we should confront children with that fact as early as we can. Oh, angry face. Ooh, she's so angry. It's already bad enough that us grown-ups have to deal with it so much. Why should they just accept it? We can make the world a better place for them instead. I mean, when you were on the quest with, and I quote, horrifying nightmare creatures, weren't you scared? Wouldn't you have preferred not to be alone? It builds character. A character that thinks we should put other kids in miserable situations sure did a lot of good for you there. Weren't your parents worried to death about you? You've got enough rumours to make a quest yet, innkeeper? Not yet. Give me another day. People are so busy talking about or ignoring all that star debris, they're losing sight of the important things. Like feeding me new information. Is that very nutritionist for you? No, but it's fun. In that case, the fun I can provide in the day is running out. Unfortunately, the horrors of this world do not stop chasing me, nor anyone else. I shall take my leave. Good luck. See you around with less horrors, I hope. Ooh, Fable. Ooh. Now I'm worried. About Malachite or Melly? Oh, are you really going to send her on that quest? She wants to go, but I don't think you have to worry about that too much. Zovut is a beautiful city with very low crime rate. I think she can handle a couple of rowdy familiars. And I doubt she'd be going alone. I hope not. There's nothing worse than being alone when you're scared. Very true. Are you scared of anything? Bad Yelp reviews? I don't think you have to be scared of that. You make the best drinks of all of Asteria. Thing is, as long as you make my drinks, I'll be okay. Oh. I think as long as you like my drinks, I'll be okay. You've got my 5 stars in the bag. I would ask what you're afraid of, but the answer would be everything. Is it? Yes, but I'm working on not letting my fears stop me. Might not be able to avoid feeling afraid, but I can always just do things when scared. Rather than that at all. Maybe there is still a terrifying thought. How do you handle situations you're afraid of? I used to have a terrible habit of just walking away from things that scared me, but the right people by your side, staying becomes less of a crushing weight on your shoulders. You realize that if things aren't perfectly comfortable, they are still worth experiencing. That sounds lovely. I've never seen friends of yours around the tavern before. Maybe you should invite them over sometime. Perhaps, although one of my friends is sitting right here now. Where? Wait, are they invisible? Oh, you mean me? That makes me really happy. Wait, why does not look like she's happy about that? She's like, oh, this is awkward. The friendship is not. No, I don't feel the same. Also, makes me feel pretty bad about having to go back home. Don't worry, go home. Fix the many things that worry you as long as you come back. Always. I'll see you tomorrow, innkeeper. See you tomorrow, my friend. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. That's adorable. Feeding and do all these treats. Cute. Oh, it's raining. Oh, man, we're still on Act 2. Holy crap. Woo. Okay, guys, that is the end of Act 2, Episode 4. We'll be doing Act 2, Episode... Wait. That's 4, isn't it? No. Oh, wait. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, no, it's all good. I've been counting them wrong. I thought with each act it was a new scene. But it's all good. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time, friendos.